hi, everybody. Welcome to the Famous Computer Cafe. This is Ellen Walker.
And this is Andy Velkoff, and we would like you to join us for the next 30 minutes for a terrific half hour on personal computers.
That's right. Today our guest is Randy Cade from Epson West. We're going to be talking about the Epson product line, Epson printers, Epson computers, any questions you have in that regard. Apparently Epson has some interesting products coming up, as well as just you might need some advice on some Epson products that you have in your house or next to your computer today. So that's what we'll be talking about. And
we're also going to be hearing from Michael Tomczak, who will be giving us the inside scoop on what's happening at Commodore. Some things happened this morning. There are rumors about that the company is for sale. You'll hear it first here at the Famous Computer Cafe in about 5 minutes, so you want to stay tuned for that.
And what are we giving away today, Andy?
Well, we're giving away lots of stuff. One is Winky Chip, the
computer friend chip.
The computer friend chip, which is a great, I guess it's jewelry and it blinks and does all sorts of things. And we're giving a Winky Chip away to every caller, not just for the winners, but to every caller will be a winner today. So call up with your questions about Epson and about printers. We'll also be giving away 2 free tickets to every caller to the Computer Sellathon at the Shrine Exposition Hall on February 9th and 10th, where you can get thousands of computer products at low prices. So you want to call up for that as well. Your name will be at the door when you go down there, and everyone who calls up today will get in free 2 tickets.
Yeah, and those are $6 tickets, $3 for children. So those are definitely worth something, and I think the Computer Sellathon will be great to see. Just remember, we aren't actually going to send you tickets. We're going to put your name on a list. So the numbers to call to talk to us and our guest today at the Famous Computer Cafe: in Los Angeles, 628 KIEV; in San Fernando Valley, 989 KIEV; Glendale Burbank, 956 KIEV; San Gabriel Valley, 443 KIEV; South Bay, 835 KIEV; Orange County, 714-739 KIEV; and West LA, 837 KIEV. And we'll be right back after these messages.
Start with the world's best-selling database system. Give it enhanced features to make it faster, more powerful, and easier to use, and you have the makings of a software heavyweight. DBase 3, Ashton Tate's hot new package for your 16-bit PC. With DBase 3, you can create records with up to 128 fields, access 10 files at once, and run other programs like communications or word processing without leaving DBase 3. You can read non-DBase files from other software programs or mainframe databases. And you can easily convert your DBase 2 files and programs to DBase 3. If you get stuck, help is at your fingertips with multiple help screens. And where do you go to see this powerful new program? Go see David and Betty Sun at Sun Computers in the city of Carson. They'll tell you what you need to know about DBase 3 and more. Sun Computers is located at 20925 South Bonita in Carson. Or call 213-538-8338. That's 213-538-8338. Sun Computers in Carson, a soft cell dealer.
A partner. What is it? I never really thought about it much. But I guess a partner is someone who shares the burdens and rewards of your business with you. A partner does some things better than you do. Even does some things you can't do at all. That's why you're partners. You balance each other out. Without my partner, I never could have made it. I really think the secret to a successful business is a successful partnership.
This word about partners has been brought to you by Star Software Systems, makers of the Accounting Partner. The Accounting Partner, a complete, sophisticated accounting package specially designed for small businesses. The Accounting Partner includes general ledger, accounts receivable, accounts payable, invoicing, purchase orders, and payroll, all for a very affordable $395.
The Accounting Partner by Star Software Systems is available at the Federated Group. The Federated Group is located in Temple City, West LA, Torrance, Cerritos, Huntington Beach, Mission Viejo, and La Puente. And this message is sponsored by Soft Team Distributors. Well, hi, this is me, Ellen, back again. I'm at the Famous Computer Cafe News and Salad Bar. We're going to have a little bite to eat and have a little news while we're here. Esther Dyson, the head of Adventure Holdings and the editor of Release 1.0 newsletter, told the Artificial Intelligence Report newsletter that artificial intelligence is plainly visible on the horizon as part of major software for personal computers. She says the day will come when advertisers will be pushing their products with phrases like new and improved, now with artificial intelligence. What we are witnessing now, she says, is software with artificial knowledge. The user wants software that deals with the real world, not simply numbers and abstract concepts. According to Dyson, the cheapest computer that runs Lisp, an artificial intelligence language, is now $10,000. As for applications, she thinks these new micros will advise bankers in making loans or help users with their investments, or they might even diagnose problems with machines like car engines. Going to Las Vegas? Before you do, pay a visit to Gaming Online, a new electronic bulletin board specializing in gambling advice. According to Online Today, Gaming Online is devoted to the idea that the public should be armed with knowledge and information before they hit the tables. The bulletin board covers everything from casino food bargains to Las Vegas show schedules. You can also get gaming news, game percentages, and information on blackjack, craps, and roulette. One section even profiles a software program called the Gold Edition, designed to predict pro football point spreads. Oh boy! To reach the board, located in Nevada, all you have to do is dial 702-456-0626. IBM and Merrill Lynch are currently involved in a joint effort to put together an online stock market information service. According to Outlook on IBM and IBM Newsletter, technical development has hit a few snags, and the blame can be laid primarily at IBM's feet. Of course, IBM isn't talking. In a recent interview with the editor of that newsletter, officials from IBM said they expect to reach their target of having the pilot system up and running by second quarter 1985. And on our computer bulletin board today, we want to make you aware of a free seminar called The World of Computers that's going to be given by the Computer Coach Learning Centers coming up in the middle of February. One is on, Wednesday, February 13th from 7 to 9 p.m. in Costa Mesa. And then we have one on Tuesday, March 12th, also from 7 to 9 p.m. in Long Beach. If you want to call for addresses and information, they have 24-hour phone lines available. You can dial 424-0787 or 714-751-5050. And just a quick reminder, the West Side Computer Club which meets the first Wednesday of the month, will meet this Wednesday at 7 at 111 North Sepulveda in Manhattan Beach. And that's the Consolidated Computer Clubs of David Nussbaum. These are IBM PC compatible clubs, okay? That's it for the bulletin board. I think Michael is going to be talking now to Andy's talking to Michael Tomchek.
Thanks, Ellen. On the line, we have Michael Tomchek, who is, of course, the author of Home Computer Wars, formerly of Commodore, in touch with both the Commodore and Atari scenes. Michael, how are you?
I'm just fine.
Michael, we've been hearing rumors within the last couple of days that something is going on at Commodore. I don't know that it may be for sale. That something's going on with the semiconductor thing. What's happening there?
The rumors are intense. What happened this morning? There's a gentleman named Elton Southard who runs Commodore semiconductor operations, who announced that he's resigning or leaving the company, along with his top assistant and somebody very high up at the Costa Mesa semiconductor plant. The word is, and I talked to Mr. Southard this morning, he indicated that he's putting together a proposal possibly to acquire the Costa Mesa facility from Commodore. Now, Commodore, under Jack, was built up as a vertically integrated company. That means they make their own key components, their own parts, their own chips. They're the only personal computer company that does that.
Okay, you mean under Jack Tramiel, who is now the chairman of Atari?
Right. He built Commodore, and now he left. And when he left, about at least 30 top executives left. It seems that the exodus is still continuing, and now it's hit the semiconductor group. The most unusual thing is that they might sell the Costa Mesa semiconductor plant. They still have a semiconductor operation in Pennsylvania, and it makes sense for them to consolidate their semiconductor operations. However, to get rid of a piece of the manufacturing process that's so vital to the company has very interesting implications, and one of the conclusions people are drawing is that Commodore might be setting itself up to be sold or taken over.
Wow. Well, I know the chairman of Commodore is a 20% shareholder and pretty much in control of things, isn't he?
Well, something interesting happened there, too.
That's Gould, right?
Irving Gould, the chairman, who actually bailed Commodore and Jack Tramiel out of financial difficulty at one time, and that's how he got his block of stock. He is now running the company along with his president, hand-picked president, Marshall Smith. There's been a lot of talk that the company is for sale. Just before they announced their huge earnings drop, they made about 10 cents a share in earnings this last Christmas quarter on $500 million in sales, which is really poor.
I know they had a poor Christmas as well.
Very, very poor. And just before that happened, they had a shareholder meeting where Irving Gould engineered some new changes to the charter, which basically make it virtually impossible for anyone to take over the company without his consent and his voting his 25% of the company's stock. As a result, it's going to be very difficult to take the company over. He obviously was anticipating the low earnings, but now this new development with the semiconductor operations raises a lot of questions. Is he planning to sell the company? It's even been suggested that Jack Tramiel may come back in some way and try to buy the company. It may be that the Costa Mesa facility may do business with both Atari and Commodore.
So the rumors are certainly flying as to what's going to happen. So, we might look at Commodore divesting itself of this, or we might look at it actually selling itself to another company. Who are any, quickly, because we only have a few moments left, are there any potential suitors? Who do you think would want to pick up Commodore?
No, it's already clear. Elton Southard, who formerly ran the semiconductor facilities at Commodore, is staying on until his successor is picked, and he is now attempting to raise funds to purchase the Costa Mesa facility, and he will run it as a separate company.
Got it.
Okay.
Whether anybody's behind him, and some people think Jack Tramiel might be behind him, and if that's the case, it could mean that maybe Atari is going to have some close relations with them. Nobody knows. It's all up in the air right now.
Tune in next week.
Are we so this is the continuing Commodore soap opera. You heard it first here with Michael Tomczak at the famous Computer Cafe.
Tune in next week.
Yeah, really.
Okay, Michael, listen, I want to thank you for joining us here. I know it's pretty chilly back there in Pennsylvania, and I hope you got your warm slippers on.
Snowing like crazy.
Okay. Listen, take care, and thanks again. We'll be back in a few moments with Ellen talking with Randy Cade about printers and Epson. Stay tuned.
If Lotus had given you just one,
A spreadsheet that's up to 50 times faster than other spreadsheets, with every statistical and financial formula you'll ever need, and the largest workspace on the market.
that would have been enough. And if Lotus had given you just two,
2. Information management, to store and organize information with the ability to cross-index over 2,000 records by 32 criteria, and use information from other programs and computer systems.
that would have been enough. And if Lotus had given you just three,
3. Graphics, to graph information from your spreadsheet in less than 2 seconds, and change that information, touch a key, and graph the new results instantly. Graphics as a thinking tool.
that would have been enough.
But Lotus has given you more. Text editing, tutorials, a help key, and a host of features which give Lotus 123 its power and simplicity.
Lotus 123 is available at the Software Spot, 10977 Santa Monica Boulevard in West Los Angeles. Or phone 213-477-7561. That's 213-477-7561.
The Software Spot, the oldest independently owned and operated software store in Los Angeles. A soft sell dealer. One day at the office.
Here you are, Mr. Smithers. All the information you requested. As you can see here, Department 42 increased production by 32% with a 6% seasonal adjustment in the fourth quarter.
Wilson, this is garbage. I can't understand any of it. Come back when you can show me the big picture.
1 month later.
Here, Mr. Smithers, all the information in concise graphs. I think it's much easier to understand.
Too little too late, Wilson. I needed this 3 weeks ago. You're fired.
But
This has been a graphic demonstration of the importance of business graphics in getting your point across. GraphWriter by Graphic Communications is software that provides all the capabilities required to quickly produce every standard chart used in business reports to the business person smart enough to use it. GraphWriter by Graphic Communications, for the big picture.
GraphWriter is available at Pathfinder Business and Computer Centers. In Encino, Pathfinder is located at 17267 Ventura Boulevard, or call 818-789-7983. This message is sponsored by Soft Team Distributors. Okay. Welcome back to the Famous Computer Cafe. This is Ellen, and I want to welcome you, Randy, to join us here.
Well, thank you. It's nice to be here, Ellen.
Well, good. We are talking with Randy Cade. Randy, why don't you give me an idea of what you do with Epson?
Okay. I work actually for one of the Epson distributors. There are 12 Epson distributors around the country. Epson West works in the Southern California, Southern Nevada, Arizona, and Hawaii area. And within that area, we have the exclusive right to distribute Epson computers and printers. We sell to computer retail stores.
Got it. Now, so if I owned an Epson printer and an Epson computer, I would go to you if I had problems with it, not to Epson America. You would be my first.
Well, actually,
line of defense.
your first recourse would be with the dealer,
Okay.
hopefully, from where you got it. And many of the Epson dealers do have service agreements with us and can help you with your problem on the spot.
Mm-hmm.
If, however, you were unable to find help from an Epson dealer in the field, you would be welcome at that point to call in to the Epson distributor, Epson West.
Okay. So any Epson that's bought in this area of the country comes through Epson West.
Theoretically, yes.
Okay. Well, let me go on a little further here. I know that Epson makes printers. I'm sure most of our listeners are familiar with that, but you make other products as well, and you probably have some others coming out. Why don't you
Yes,
tell
we
us
do.
about that?
We entered the computer business in back in 1982 with a small lap-sized portable, the HX20. From there, we introduced the QX10 desktop system, which was a very good selling system, which was CPM-based Z80, and also had a package we call Valdox, a 256K system. We have also recently released a third computer, the PX8 or the Geneva laptop portable, which is a sort of new generation version of the HX20 and one of the better selling portables.
Is that also CPM based?
That is a CPM operating system, 64K system, which is basically a briefcase size with a flip-up display.
Mm-hmm. And what do you have? You mentioned you have some things coming up. You were listening to the Commodore conversation.
With interest there. Epson has always been the leading manufacturer in the world of dot matrix printers. And we have well over half of the market worldwide for both printers and printer mechanisms that we would sell, OEM to other companies.
Mm-hmm.
We're about to come out with some products for that Commodore end of the market. We have the HomeWriter series, which will have another couple of months, which will be interfaceable directly to the Commodore computers, and soon after that to the Ataris, and soon after that to the IBM PC Junior.
Now, are these letter quality printers or just dot matrix?
Well, they're dot matrix printers with the an option of what we call NLQ, or near letter quality, and they will be approximately 100 characters per second, little slower than that in the NLQ mode, and will feature an interface cartridge called the PIC, or the printer interface cartridge, which are dedicated to certain computers. So if you buy a Commodore PIC, for instance, for your HomeWriter, that your printer would then take on all the attributes of a Commodore computer. You could then replace that cartridge with an Atari
and use the
PIC
same
cartridge
printer.
and use the same printer to interface with any of those low-end computers.
Oh, that's smart.
I think it'll be a very exciting product, and it should sell in the $200 range.
Oh, that'll be great.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. Well, that's something to look forward to. Now, tell me, you also, I believe, you are involved with the sales and marketing end, but you're also involved with the service end. Is that correct?
Well, not the service end, but the tech support end.
Tech support.
We consider the tech support aspect of computers part of the marketing function. In other words, we feel a commitment to our customers on that end. Those are all my departments: the sales, inside and outside sales to our dealers, and then the tech support end of it, as well as the marketing and advertising efforts in Southern California.
Now, I've noticed that Epson seems to be pretty aggressive as far as their marketing and advertising. I've noticed the name a lot, and we're here at the Arco Plaza, and there's a car parked outside the station here, inside the plaza, I might add, and apparently somebody's giving away Epson printers and computers. Isn't that correct?
Well, that may be a part of our Mitsubishi
I
mall
think it
promotion
was,
that we're
uh-huh.
doing. We're doing a joint promotion with the Mitsubishi Motor Company where over the next couple of months, some 200 shopping malls throughout the country will feature displays of Mitsubishi Motors cars and Epson QX16 computers, which is our yet-to-be-released new generation desktop computer. The idea being people in the mall can stop at the Epson computer and design their own Mitsubishi dream car by putting in their particular needs as a car consumer, and they will then, I guess, have a chance to go to their dealer and make a deal for their ideal Mitsubishi car.
What a neat idea. And more and more people get to touch computers. And
They get to touch computers and they get to touch cars as well. But
Right.
yeah, we feel that that'll be good visibility for us in the malls all across the
Well,
nation.
let's take one call before we go to a message. Hi, you're on the air. This is Ellen. Who's this?
Yes, this is John. I have a question for your guest. I've got a Commodore 64 computer and an Epson MX80 printer with Graphtrex, and I'm
Okay.
looking, I wonder if you can recommend to me a reasonably priced interface that will let me enjoy the Commodore graphics.
I believe there are two interfaces. Gosh, I'm trying to think of the names, and one is the sort of drawing a blank on this. I know that Orange Micro makes an interface called the Grappler CD. It's a Commodore version of their very popular Apple II product. That is available through many of the computer retailers in Southern California. You might try your Federated and Fedco stores. There is also a Commodore Cardco makes an interface for them as well, available through those same retailers. They're very inexpensive, and they should give you all of the graphics capabilities of your Commodore.
That's first rate. Now, the Commodore PIC will only work with that new Epson printer, is that right?
Yes, that is a yet-to-be-released product. We think in about 60 days we'll have those on the market, and Commodore will be the first interface that we release along with the Epson Home Writer series.
Thanks for calling, John.
Thank you very much.
Okay, we're going to take one more quick call before we go to message. Hi, this is Ellen. You're on the line.
Hi, this is Michael here.
Uh-huh.
My question, as told the fellow earlier, deals with the Commodore fellow you had on earlier.
Okay, can you talk up a little bit, Michael?
Sure, I'll shout a little louder here.
Okay.
Better? Okay, it says Jack Tramiel, who used to be Commodore and who's now Atari, has got what appears to be these really nice Macintosh lookalike machines coming out at unbelievably low prices, but in all of the magazines or whatever, there seems to be a very snide attitude towards Atari and their new machines and Tramiel. And I wonder if you know any idea what the genesis of that is. Why is it what seems to be so good is being knocked down so much?
I don't think this is my personal opinion, I don't think it has anything to do with the hardware. I think Jack Tramiel sort of has a certain reputation in the industry. And that's probably what people are being snide about. But you certainly can't laugh or be snide at success, and he's certainly had that. So I for one am looking forward to those products. I think they're going to be great. Pardon me?
I can't wait to get one.
Well, good.
I got an XT, but I'd like something I could play with.
That's right. Well, stay tuned, and as soon as something comes out, we'll have it here on the cafe.
Appreciate it.
Okay, we are going to go to a message, and we'll be right back after this.
Welcome to Computer Suitor. Today, Bachelorette Software Samna Word 3 asks the big question.
Bachelor number 1, what do you want in the perfect word processor?
I want a word processor that handles different languages. French, German, Spanish, and even Greek.
Oh, pas de problème. Bachelor number 2?
I don't know if I can say this on the air, but I'm crazy about word processors with a zoom feature. I like a miniature picture of the whole page so I can see margins and centering.
A different perspective. Bachelor number 3?
I want 5-function math mode, the ability to do line drawings, easy cursor control, and spell checking. I want it all.
Well, this is difficult. I do all those things.
Having a hard time picking the best word processing program? Pick Samna Word 3.
Samna Word 3 is available at Priority One, located at 18241 McDermott in Irvine, or call 714-660-1411. That's 714-660-1411. This message is sponsored by Soft Team Distributors. Okay, we are back with Randy Cade, and we're going to go right to a phone call. Hi, you're on the air. This is Ellen.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask a quick question. I'll hang up. I wanted to ask the gentleman about what are the criteria for measuring or deciding on buying a particular printer, and and how does the Epson stack up with that?
That's a great question, Phil.
Okay, I think the first thing I would look for as a printer user would certainly be reliability. Your printer is, if you think about it, really the most hard-working component of your computer system. It's usually used more, sees a lot of action, and you want something that's going to certainly outlast your computer if possible. It's really a hassle to have your printer go down and have a good working computer. So look for something that's going to be reliable, and I think I can safely say that Epson printers are certainly among the most reliable, if not the most reliable, with a less than 1% failure rate over time. We have probably also the largest number of service centers in dealerships and with the 12 distributor locations throughout the country. So just in case something does go wrong, I think you're in a better position with Epson than any other printer to have the most immediate service.
Great. I know we have an Epson printer under the guise of IBM, an IBM printer, and we have not had any trouble with it at all. It's been wonderful. So, except for the paper gets stuck, but I think that's the paper's fault. Anyway, let's go to another call. Hi, you're on the air.
Hello. I'd like to ask, I'm rather new to computing, but we have bought a Commodore 64, and we have bought a printer. We don't have a disk drive yet. Can I, for instance, use my Koala Pad, and how can I get something to print on the printer? I have a Commodore 801 printer.
Well, you want to make sure that your printer is interfaced, does have the proper interface to your computer, to your Commodore 64. And that, I'll just refer back to the question that the gentleman asked a little earlier. You need to make sure that you have the graphics capabilities, the ability to dump the graphics that appear on your computer screen onto your printer. So I'd encourage you to look into possibly the Grappler CD to make sure you have the right interface there. As far as the Koala Pad, I'm not terribly familiar with that product and how it works, so I would just defer to maybe making sure you have the right printer interface.
Yeah, it sounds like you might need some extra equipment there. And I want to say to our listeners, if anybody else has had this specific situation, call up and give us an answer for Leela.
But it doesn't take a disk drive.
The disk drive should not have anything to do with it.
No, that's a secondary problem.
The disk drive feeds your computer with information from a program that somebody else has written for you. But if you just want to print out something that's on the screen that you input into the computer, you shouldn't need a disk drive.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Okay, I think we have another call. Hi, you're on the air.
Yes, hi. I have a question for Mr. Cade regarding a QX10 with an FX80 printer.
Mm-hmm.
I'm running a program called QX Draw, which is a graphics drawing.
Right, I'm familiar with it.
I'd like to know if there's a way to either double strike or emphasize or letter quality that kind of output from that program.
I know that with text, there's a pretty easy solution to that in your manual for the FX80 or 80 Plus. There's a pretty simple control code for that. However, with graphics, I'm not altogether sure how you would go about that. Since I'm not a technician, let me offer this thought for you. This might be a good time to give our 800 number for technical service. We encourage people to call us if they do need help with Epson products or interfacing Epson products with other computers. But we suggest that you do consult your local Southern California computer dealer first. Our number, in case you are unsuccessful in consulting your dealer, is 800-325-7158. That is the Epson West Tech Support Department.
Okay, well, I want to thank everybody for calling. I'm afraid we're not going to be able to take any more calls. We're going to go to a message, and then we'll wrap up right after that.
SuperCalc 3 by Sourcem is a spreadsheet that's extremely easy to use, swift, and powerful, and it's priced lower than most other leading spreadsheet programs. SuperCalc 3 has all the built-in functions expected in a high-quality spreadsheet, and a lot more. SuperCalc 3's features include an on-screen help function, spreadsheet consolidation and sorting capabilities, calendar and date calculations, simple data management, functions, and windowing. The integrated graphics capability is superbly presented, allowing plotting and printing of charts in up to 99 colors. SuperCalc 3 provides you with the ability to create pie charts, bar charts, line charts, and XY graphs. The graphics are integrated into the command structure, so once you learn SuperCalc 3, plotting and graphing the results of your calculations is as easy as pie. To get a taste of the simplicity and power of SuperCalc 3, Walk into Simply Software, where they'd love to whip up a quick demonstration. Simply Software is located at 3001 Sepulveda Boulevard in Manhattan Beach. Or call 213-546-2467. That's 213-546-2467. Simply Software, a soft cell dealer.
Well, thanks everybody for joining us. We had a great day at the Computer Cafe. I hope you did too.
I had a terrific time. We want to thank our guest, Randy Cade from Epson West. We want to let you know tomorrow, Michael Mock and Chris McDivitt from IndySystems will be talking about disk drives. Thursday, Christopher Miles talking about the Crystal Network. And Friday, the one and only Dr. Disk will be answering your questions about personal computers.
So we'll be giving away Winkies and tickets to the Computer Sellathon all week. Stay tuned and we'll see you tomorrow. Drive safely.
Bye-bye.